Hey there, my fellow intellectuals. Welcome back to my channel. If you notice this empty apartment behind me, that is exactly what it is. It's a mostly empty apartment because I'm moving out of this place in approximately less than 10 hours. I've moved most of my stuff to my new place, but I can spend the night here. So I thought that since this is my last night in this place, and of course with moving comes thoughts of the future, thoughts of what it's going to be like once I've moved over to my new place, which is still in the same city and I'm still going to the same school, so it's not a huge change other than where I live. I thought it might be a cool video to just talk about what I'm looking forward to in my upcoming third year in graduate school. And I think the thing that I'm looking forward to in the near future for the first quarter, which starts in about 3 weeks from me, is that I'm going to be taking my first class on stellar astrophysics. So it's going to be all about stars and the processes that govern stars, which is so cool because stars are awesome, and I've never been able to take a class on stars, solely on stars, because if you've followed me on my channel before, you know that I never was able to take an astronomy or astrophysics course in undergrad, so a stars class just wasn't there. I've taken classes in grad school that talked about stars, like for example my galactic astrophysics class my first year, but that was more on galaxies as a whole, not just individual stars and what governs their processes. So now that I'm going to be taking a class on stars, I'm really excited, and I just can't really wait to get into the theory of stellar structure and evolution and talk about like supernovas and neutron stars and core collapse and all that good stuff that happens with stars, and stars like G-dwarfs like our sun. So all really cool things that I'm hoping to learn in the next couple of months. But after that class is done, I'm essentially going to be just focused on research full-time and also advancing to candidacy. And I've talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again because it's a big deal for anyone who is in a PhD program in the sciences. And that is, you're not officially a PhD candidate until you advance to candidacy. And what does that mean? Well, for me, at my institution, what I have to do is I have to form a committee of about, I think, 4 or 5 professors, and I essentially have to talk about my progress with my research, and I have to convince them that I know what I'm doing, that I'm getting good results, and that I have a plan moving forward, that I can write an eventual thesis that is publishable, that is contributing to our knowledge in astrophysics in some meaningful way. And that's kind of intimidating, but I think I have a good advisor, and I think most of the people that I would want to be on my committee generally have a favorable opinion of me, which is good. So I'm looking forward to that too, because once that is done, the only really big hurdle after that is, of course, making good research happen and producing papers. But after that, the only real requirement is to write the thesis and present, which at our school is more of a formality. I've not really heard of people who really fail their thesis defense because most advisors will not let you defend unless you're absolutely ready to defend. So candidacy is sort of treated like a thesis defense because these professors are going to question you, and they are going to see what your progress is like, and if they think that you're on track to make good scientific contributions. So those are the big things on the horizon. Some other little things is that I've thought about auditing some classes. And again, people are like, classes? Kyle, you are in grad school. Stop taking classes. Look, I just like acquiring knowledge. I think that's why I'm here. I've just never really stopped once I got hooked on physics to just learn as much physics as I possibly can. And even though I'm not, I'm not like a particle physicist or a condensed matter physicist, I have so many interests in physics that extend beyond astrophysics. Of course, astrophysics is my favorite kind of physics because, the whole universe is just amazing to think about. But, I did condensed matter physics research as an undergrad. I did have an interest in particle physics when I was younger. When I was really, really new at physics, I thought I wanted to unify quantum mechanics and gravity and find an answer maybe in string theory. That didn't exactly work out in the sense that I sort of just found other interests over time, but those still interest me to this very day, and I want to learn as much as I possibly can. So I've been thinking about auditing some classes at some point, like maybe quantum field theory. Definitely want to sit in on a general relativity course, because another thing, some people think because I do black hole research that I know everything about general relativity, and that's actually not true. If you do observational astronomy / astrophysics on black holes or neutron stars or anything, I'm not saying that you don't know anything about the theory, but you're focused more on the stuff that you can actually observe with telescopes and infer from the data, and you may not have as much time to spend on the theory, but I do like the theory of black holes quite a bit. I really want to know more about Kerr black holes, Kerr-Newman black holes, Schwarzschild geometries and the Schwarzschild solutions to the Einstein field equations. So I want to, broaden my knowledge, and I've also, I've seen general relativity before. I've taken cosmology, and we went through a little bit of general relativity through that, but I really want to have like a formal course taught by a really deep expert in general relativity at least once. So those are all the things excuse me, that I'm looking forward to, and I am just hoping I can share these experiences with you guys. So thank you for listening to me ramble, talk for the past 6.5 minutes, but once I moved into my new place, I'll hopefully have awesome content to produce for you guys in the future. So thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later.